it's Josh Sebo, the COO of OfferVault.com, the industry's largest affiliate offer search engine. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great interviews, the latest affiliate news, and free training. Today, we have a very special show, our first double guest episode. They're the co-founders of SmashLoud, as well as long-term advertising clients on OfferVault.com. Please help me welcome to the show, Tyler Hoelting and Jeff Lowry. What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. Welcome to the first ever double guest episode. How does that make you feel?
Hopefully we don't talk over each other.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, that's just, we're going to just kind of have to roll with it here. But I'm very happy to have you guys on. Tyler, where are you talking to us from today?
Denver, Colorado. So I'm born and raised here and actually spent a little bit of time in Southern California where I really met Jeff and got to know him, but I only spent about a 4-year stint there and wanted to get back to Denver, and it's where I'm calling home. It's where I'm staying put. So.
And Jeff, are you still in SoCal?
I am. I was born in Colorado and then raised in Utah, and then moved out to Southern California about 11 years ago.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure you guys got some interesting stories about how you ended up at SmashLoud. But before we talk about SmashLoud, let's go back in time a little bit. I'm curious what each of you were doing before affiliate marketing. Like I was parking cars at a hotel at the Sunset Tower in West Hollywood, I believe it was. Yeah, I'm curious, Tyler, let's start with you. I think if I kind of call you guys out name by name, that might help with the talking over. Tyler, what were you doing before affiliate marketing?
So I started out at, I was a stockbroker, and I worked for what's called oldie discount stockbrokers back in the day. And I really wasn't cut to make $400 a day. So I went to Charles Schwab, and I became a platinum kind of like, it's kind of a glorified customer service. You have your Series 7 and that was, you have all inbound calls, and it wasn't right for me. And 9/11 hit and they did layoffs, and went back to school a little bit, was thinking about becoming an accountant, and then got into mortgages. I actually sold Yellow Page advertising. Nice. And then I landed at affiliate.com. Back in the day, it was called CPA Empire. So I've been in the industry since 2005. And
so that was kind of your intro to this industry.
Yep. I actually took a job, and all I was told is pop-ups. You know, people didn't really know what I did, and I still don't know if they know what we do now. But
nobody knows what we do.
No, it's the hardest thing to explain.
Jeff, let's go to your story. What were you doing before affiliate marketing?
I was living in Utah at the time, and I strangely was in mortgages as well. This was like 2004, I guess. And so we were doing the option arms and the NAGAB loans and just crushing it like everybody else was in the mortgage space. And then 2008 happened, a huge crash. At the time, Lending Tree was a thing. It had just become a thing. And I was paying $60 for a lead. And Lending Tree also said, we're selling this to you and 4 other people. So I knew when I bought the lead that it was being sold to a total of 5 people, including myself. And so it was a $300 lead. So Lending Tree used to get $300 per lead back in that time. And then as the market crashed and everyone tried to figure out what to do, I decided that I was sick of selling mortgages and I wanted to sell a piece of paper. And luckily enough, my cousin worked for a company called Blue Sky. And for those of you who've been around for a while, that's where I got my start. End of 2008, I started at Blue Sky. And then mid 2009 is when they shut their Utah office, their New York office, and moved everyone to Southern California, and been here ever since.
Awesome. Well, I'm love to hear about the start of SmashLoud. It sounds like this is a good time to transition over to that. You guys both told us about how you got in the industry. Tell us about how you started SmashLoud and co-founded it together. And this time, let's start with Jeff. We'll switch up the order a little bit.
I've actually forgot something out of that. Tyler was my first account.
Okay, cool.
To Southern California, and him and his old partner as one of my first accounts, and that's how I got to know Tyler. we were up in Newport Beach. He was down in San Diego. And so as we started doing business together, Blue Sky would take some trips, and we went down and visited their office that's how I got to know Tyler. And so eventually jumping around, I worked at a couple more spots in the industry. I worked at Experian, and it was a great job, but it was too corporate for me. I like a little bit of flair. I got a good lockdown beard going right now.
Oh yeah, me too, man.
So I was ready to leave, and I had been trying to start some things on my own a few times, but on your own is really hard. And so through the grapevine, I heard that Tyler was kind of in that same page too. And I literally think that did I just call you out of the blue, Tyler? To be honest, I don't know how we had that first phone call. I think I initiated it. I'm not sure though. And it kind of just spiraled from there. And I ended up quitting the job that I had and went all in and thought, if I'm going to do it, I need to find out if I'm going to do it rather than just be angry working for other companies thinking I could do it. And luckily, how do I put this nicely? Luckily, Tyler and I are nothing alike. We're different people for sure, and ultimately that's what's made this work, is we complement each other very well. He's good at some things, I'm good at other things, and I know now, like, I would never have been able to do this on my own. It's worked out very well that I made that phone call, and we just passed our 5-year mark.
Tyler, you want to comment a little bit on the co-founding as well? Anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because I started Smash Loud like a couple of years before, but it was just I worked for a Canadian company, and they paid me through an LLC. So I started Smash Loud. I just literally put 2 words together and tried different variations when I was on like GoDaddy, and it was available, and I thought it was pretty cool. So we don't have like the standard kind of media name, but I think it works kind of the trend of, I feel like, internet media companies kind of want to be just not a, all the media or whatever. So it works out. I'd kind of started the company about 2 months before before Jeff reached out to me. And I'm glad that I have him to rely on. And, like you said, we complement each other really, really well. I'm kind of more operations. He's kind of more day-to-day sales. And it's just a great balance. And, just even what got me here is working for various networks. I think I worked for a total of 4 before you just see different managing styles and turning around certain networks that I worked for when I was the network manager. I really felt that it was time to go on my own. And, I kind of give that advice to anybody else that's, just an affiliate manager. You see how things are ran, you would run it differently. That's kind of my advice to you if you ever want to run a network, and you just kind of evolve. We didn't know exactly which way we were going to take our network, and certain things, you start out just making a little bit of commission and
chase the money.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, something kind of goes in one way and you follow that. And, and that's kind of what you become. I feel like you always try to diversify, but, we'll probably get into that a little bit more about what we're all about. But
yeah, definitely. I'm curious though, Tyler, where's your lockdown beard?
I even like shave my head. So I don't like facial hair at all. I feel like it is.
I usually shave my head too. I'm like 2 months in.
I can't even handle a mustache. I mean, November I've done those, and those even itch. I'm not a beard or hair person.
So Tyler, let's stick with.
They look great, guys.
Thank you. Tyler, let's stick with you on this next one here, and maybe we'll have Jeff comment a little bit after you give us your answer. But let's pretend I know nothing about Smash Loud. Can you tell our viewers and the affiliate audience what you guys focus on in this industry?
Yeah, I mean, we're primarily in the Nutra health and beauty space. We have a lot of niche offers, whether it be nerve, blood sugar, greens. But we do have quite a few of your typical offers from male enhancement to diet, skin. But we have a ton of SEO and PPC publishers, ones that want to focus in and help build a brand, whether that be Nutrisystem or, even your Privé skin offer. We've built a really dynamic group of SEO and PPC publishers that drive traffic for various advertisers.
Jeff, anything to comment on that, or did he crush it?
I mean, he nailed it. I could go off on a tangent. I'm really good at that, but we'll try and keep it concise there. So we'll move on.
All right, cool. Awesome. Good job, Tyler. Way to go, buddy. So Jeff, let's head to you with this next one. We're all quarantined. We all got our lockdown beards, as we talked about. Where do you see this industry heading over the next 6 to 12 months, and maybe even further, once this whole pandemic settles down? Just in general, where do you see the affiliate marketing space going moving forward?
Oh man, it's really hard to predict anything as far as even a week into the future right now. The pandemic has definitely changed. I think one of the things that Tyler and I have really capitalized on with what we've done is the fact that we employ remote employees. I think that the world is really noticing that, and especially in our industry, we can work from anywhere. And ultimately, I think that's good in the sense of there are people on the other side of the world in completely different time zones that, as much as we want to say, we'll work 24 hours a day, no one's working 24 hours a day. You have to take time off. Ultimately, I think that it's going to enhance our global awareness of getting an employee that works in London full time for us, that you trust to just do their own thing, and finding someone in Asia, like Bangkok is affiliate world starting to be a big show. It's never around. And I think if anything, it's really enhancing our global reach to realize that there are good publishers, good companies, globally, as opposed to just global traffic. And as much as I want to be able to predict the future, the only future I can predict is that we'll figure it out. We went through the whole trial crisis. We went through the whole, financial crisis of 2008, and it evolves, and how that evolves is hard to predict. But when you see those waves start to come, you got to jump on them. You can't sit back and wait, because if you sit back and wait, then the wave passes you, and you don't even have a chance to ride the wave.
Spoken like a real SoCal guy, riding the wave.
I guess apparently I'm one of those people now.
Yeah. Are you a surfer down there, or no?
I don't know how much you can tell, but I'm a large human, and surfing is tough. I've tried multiple times, and the boards I have to get are just huge, and I almost drown. Like, I love the water, I swim a lot, but I've just realized that I can only take care of myself, and I haven't quite figured out how to do the board thing. I probably could if I put some more effort into it, but
yeah, it's tough.
But no, I'll stick to the gym and land-based activities.
Nice.
Jeff actually, I don't know if you're active in it now, but he belongs to a Speedo swimming, I guess, weekly thing that they all go out in their Speedos and swim all the way around the pier once a
Jeff,
week.
you'll have to send me a photo so I can put that up on the corner of the interview.
You can just follow it online. I mean, it's been a little while since I've been, and they've obviously shut it down, but it's called Pier Club, and the only rule of Pier Club is no wetsuits, and the official uniform is a Speedo. So
nice.
Rain, shine, warm, cold, 50-degree water, you put on a Speedo and swim around, and that's life.
Awesome. Well, it seems like we're really getting to know a lot about Jeff. I want to get to know Tyler a little bit. Tyler, do you have anything to comment on where the industry is heading, or would you rather just?
Yeah, I mean, even during this whole pandemic, we've picked up some more e-com type stuff, masks, even like light sanitizers. The immunity pills are doing really well right now. You just kind of evolve. If you can weather the storm. I know that the lead gen guys right now are probably getting hit pretty good because, who's buying leads right now? And that's where they have to kind of find their, you have to find a new niche at that point if you're going to make your money. We've been pretty fortunate to be in Nutra. I feel like coming out of this, you know, especially coming into the summer, everybody's going to be fat. So hopefully that works.
Jeff's about to be your next number one buyer. Huh?
Yeah, for sure. I've signed up for several trials. I don't know how it works, but I'm into it.
I'm waiting for the next kind of like diet wave. You know, they're always around the corner. We started out with, you know, I shouldn't say we started out, but I'm going back to the days of raspberry ketones, like green coffee bean, and what is some of the other ones I just can't think off the top of my head. But now we're here with keto. You know, I feel like the keto wave is, you know, it's kind of nearing its end. For some reason, people still like the product in different ways that you do it. Now we have a Keto Bhb product. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know exactly what the BHB does. Maybe Jeff can comment on that, but
no idea.
You know, it's just different diet things that'll come out.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about the next wave because I think that, you know, we can really use a different diet product here in the near future.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are in a good spot for whatever does come next. Tyler, let's stick with you on this next one here. What would be some advice you would give to a new affiliate who doesn't know a whole lot about this industry? Maybe some stuff you would tell them to focus on for just getting started.
I mean, that's a tough question, but you know, I would start out with the various forums. You know, people are there to help. Pick up as much information you can. You know, really try to the biggest thing is don't come out with just a regular kind of, especially for what we do, SEO and PPC, just a regular blog. The more unique content you can have in that blog, the better. You know, whether it's getting on Google, you know, those are the tricks of the trade, you know, or Facebook, you know, learning the different trends and how people are getting accounts approved. You know, they're not always affiliate friendly. So yeah, just eat up as much information as you can. And there are people there to help you out along the way, and just really, you know, talk to your affiliate managers and find out the best converting offers. But yeah, it's just learning the industry inside and out.
Jeff, let's stay on the topic of affiliates, but let's slightly alter that question a little bit. I don't know if either of you guys are going through applications anymore, if you have AMs doing that for you, but the question is, what are the most important qualities that SmashLoud is looking for when they get these new affiliate applications and these new signups coming in? What gets an affiliate approved?
This is probably the question for me because I do.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, but let me piggyback. I'll throw it back to you because I want to add to what you said and
Okay.
the main quality that we look for. I think one of the things that new affiliates and existing affiliates should know, and granted, there's always an exception to the rule, but this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. There's a lot of time and dedication and effort that people put in to making their unique funnels, their unique content, their unique brand, and it takes time and effort. And so if you're looking for a shortcut, eventually it's not going to work. Eventually, we're going to find out your traffic is garbage and you're going to get blacklisted from me and from everybody else you're running traffic through. And so to piggyback on top of your comment of what are we looking for in applications, it's honesty. Ultimately, Tyler and I built this company on our relationships that we had in the industry. And I'm sure some people aren't going to like me out there, but I think we have a pretty good reputation as far as being straight up and being fair when problems arise, because problems will arise. There's no way around that. But we can deal with the tricky stuff. Just honestly tell me what you're trying to do and let me communicate that to the advertiser, because if I don't know it, I can't accurately portray what you're trying to do. And that's where we start having the issues. We're all fighting fraud, and the fraud is not only a harmful to SmashLoud or to OfferVault, but the industry as a whole, because if fraud is being run completely through another network and another source and I have nothing to do about it, but that damages the reputation of the industry, and the advertiser has to scrub to make up for it, which then has a trickle-down effect to everyone involved. So really dedicating, time to your craft, and being aware that it does take effort. The more effort clients give me, the more effort I give them. I know the clients instantly that hit me up that I'm not going to respond to because they're not worth my time, as well as I know the guy that hits me up at 10 p.m. on a Friday. I drop everything and talk to him for 20 minutes because he's honest, he's hardworking, and he's going to follow through with the commitments he made. So ultimately, I guess that's kind of hard to do on an application to know if you're going to follow through with commitments. But as a whole, I would say that I would rather work with an affiliate who's honest with me, that doesn't provide as much revenue, than some guy that's just a huge hassle that has ups and downs and returns and fraud and chargeback. It's hard to count on.
Tyler,
So
did you want to comment?
Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. And
that was a
I
great
will
answer.
also say I really respect my approval department, because they're really good at what they do, and that's Tyler.
Boom! What a transition.
I just like, or the main thing is I need to see proof of placement, or provide me a blog that I can actually see it making us money. I know all the tricks. I know even just different trends in like actual pubs that are trying to get in. I wouldn't even call them pubs, but the ones that are just really trying to send fraud. Something else that Jeff and I started doing, anybody that's a newer pub, we mark them with an asterisk or a plus. It's kind of when they start sending traffic, and they're an older pub, we do a plus. If they're a brand new publisher, we'll put an asterisk in front of their name until we see that they've proven themselves and been paid, and you can look into their clicks. And I think we have we developed process. We had like a wave of, I think the whole industry did, of fraud in January. And I mean, we might have had one fraud issue in all of 2019. And, I was like, we need to do something different here to these newer pubs.
Exactly.
You want to give people a chance, and, based on what they're providing, if you're kind of iffy, we even have another process on that where we won't allow them to get on any of our sensitive offers. So, there's just different techniques that you can do to really vet your publishers as they sign up or even start running traffic.
So we already know Jeff loves to wear Speedos. Tyler, let's get to know you a little bit better. And then, I'll get Jeff's answer, because I'd love to hear both your answers on this next one. What is the concept, Tyler? What does the concept of success mean to you in your eyes? What does it mean to be successful?
You should have sent me this question.
I'll go. You want to think? I'll go.
All right, you go first.
All right.
I do not live to work. I work to live. One of the things I enjoy a lot about this is the freedom that I have from being online, being remote, working my own hours per se. Knowing that if I take a couple hours off in the middle of the day, I can make those hours up at night. I'm a very active person. I love being a coach and an athlete, and I'm a CrossFit coach right now. I've coached high school football. I thoroughly enjoy helping others achieve success in a lot of other ways. And so I think the answer to me of being successful is not being rich. Money doesn't solve problems, and I could make 10 times more money if I worked 10 times harder, but that's not the point, because then I wouldn't have any time to enjoy life. One of the reasons I love living in Southern California is the weather. I love being outside, and you can be outside all the time. So my definition of success would be being able to do the things you enjoy, and being able to have a proper work-life balance and work-life family balance. That obviously changes over time. Sometimes I work way more, sometimes I work way less. It just evolves with how things are going. But one of the quotes that I love is money is the byproduct of integrity and hard work. It's not the byproduct of fraud and flash in the pan stuff. So as long as you're putting in the effort, the good things will happen, and you can continue to contribute to society in other ways rather than selling diet pills. Tyler,
he set the bar pretty high, man.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I measure our success by just, it's not about the money in return of what we do. It's about kind of just the internal numbers and seeing your your publishers grow. And I mean, I had he's one of our top publishers now, but he's a Nepalese, and I was going to say Indian again, and he would kill me.
We got. Yeah.
Well, he sent he tagged me in something about him buying a new car, and one of the things I had to do is provide proof of his income with us, and he sent me a picture of the car, and that's those kind of things you can't express. They make you feel good, they make the publisher feel good, and now he's buying a house or but yeah, it's I can't put a finger on it, but yeah, it's
seeing other people succeed from
Exactly.
working with you. Yeah, no, that's great. Jeff, let's go back to you. Has there been a specific failure in your life that has been an incredible learning moment that has actually led to your success and where you are today?
Business or personal?
We'll go business. That's cool.
I mean, yeah, how many business failures have we had? All of them.
Yeah.
I mean, we fail all the time. It's the old Thomas Edison quote of, I didn't fail. I just found a whole bunch of ways that didn't work. So we found a whole bunch of things to do that didn't make money. It cost money and didn't have a return. I know I'm sure Tyler will talk about it. Probably our largest financial loss is when we tried to do a skin offer the second year we were around, and we're not good at that. We learned we weren't good at that, and we couldn't run the back end like some of these advertisers run the back end, and we lost a decent chunk of change, especially for the second year in business, trying to stay afloat. But I mean, that's one large one. I would say that the harder ones, especially in times like these, are when affiliates are just saying, "Hey, what to run?" and you're just swinging and missing consistently day in and day out, begging for that, that single that can then turn into the home run. And it's interesting to have those little failures day in, day out almost do a greater toll on me than one big loss that you just say, close it, let's move on. But definitely the skin offer we made was so far our largest financial windfall that we ate pretty hard back in the day.
Tyler, any moment that you want to share, or you want to just jump right into the next one?
I'll piggyback on that a little bit. Just, the skin offer that I think the ultimate failure was just the people around us that we relied on. There was just so many setbacks. It was things that we couldn't control. And that'd be my advice. If you're going to, become your own advertiser, I would handle a lot of it internally. Yeah, it was, but like Jeff said, it freed up so much time to do other things and focus in on what we're good at. And those are things that you learn and discover. And, you always got to try to do new things. We're right now we're developing like a jobs funnel. So, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that's it.
So Jeff, you kind of mentioned to us a little bit about what you like to do in your free time. So you kind of already answered that question for me. Tyler, coming right back to you, putting you on the hot seat. What do you like to do when you're not working for fun?
I mean, right now I just bought a new house, so it's just projects. The things on the weekends. I have one of those row homes in what's called Sloan's Lake neighborhood here in Denver, and the rooftop has become a that or anything around the house. I mean, I work out too. It's hard right now. I'm not one to work out at home, so I'm probably looking pretty skinny right now compared to Jeff. But
are you? Would you call yourself a handyman?
Oh, my girlfriend's more of a handyman than I am, to be honest with you.
Nice. Jeff, let's go to you with this next one here. What would be some advice you would give a young adult just getting ready to enter the real world, maybe coming out of college? Maybe they didn't go to school, but they're getting ready to start their first job. What would be something you would tell them in terms of finding success as an adult?
Oh, man, I guess I struggle because I relate everything to sports. I played sports when I was young, of course. I think I was actually thinking about this the other day. I'm excited to watch the Last Dance documentary with Michael Jordan.
I started it.
And
It's fantastic.
I'm waiting because I have to binge watch. That's
Right.
so I got to wait for them all to come by. But I'm always amazed when you watch someone like LeBron or Kobe come straight out of high school and lead their teams to the playoffs, even, right? Like, and I look back at my career in sports, and I was nowhere near accomplished by any means, but the mental toughness that those guys have is probably more important than the physical aspects they have. And when you watch things like the NFL draft, or you look at like people when they're announcing with a college that they played for on NFL Sundays, and you see that someone played at, William and Mary's, and you're like, where the heck is that? How has this guy been in the NFL for 12 years when he obviously wasn't good enough to go to a D1, notable school? And I think the biggest difference there is the mental toughness. And if I was to come out and be 16 to 18 again, the first thing I would do is I would get a mentor in the field that I wanted to go into, regardless of that field. If it's sports, if it's internet marketing, if it's selling cars. I mean, there's mentors that have done that for 40 years that can teach you the mental edge to the game you're about to play. And I think that, as I nearing 40 now, I'm getting up there, and I wish I had this brain when I was 25, because I would have been a much different human. And not as many people place the emphasis on the brain power it takes to be successful in life, as opposed to the God-given uniqueness of yourself that, maybe you're entering the wrong field, but if you have the mental toughness, you can still hack it. And so, while I don't know the exact route for everybody, there's an expert in your field. Talk to them and learn from them, and surround yourself with the people who you want to be like, as opposed to high school friends that, aren't taking the same route that you are, because they're not going to help you succeed in life.
Tyler, do you want to piggyback on that?
Sure, a little bit. Affiliate marketing, I think we all, especially the ones in the network side, or, the various jobs around the publishers. I mean, we've all had our corporate jobs, and that's kind of how we found our way into affiliate marketing. I guess the biggest thing to say is somebody just starting out is, what you think you're going to do, unless you're a graduate with some kind of a professional, whether it be a doctor or accountant or, chiropractor or whatever. I was a mortgage broker. I did yellow page sales. You just kind of fall into it, and I guess I just wouldn't have a one-track mind in what you think you need to do.
So I know we mentioned, briefly, this is not a get-rich-quick industry, which kind of segues into my next question. Tyler, let's stick with you on this. Are there any bad recommendations in the affiliate marketing space, or maybe in the Nutra space, that you hear other people speaking into existence, and you're just like, why are they saying that? I don't agree with that. Or maybe something that affiliates should approach with caution, especially when doing the Nutra stuff?
I guess I wouldn't know any of those preconceived kind of things.
Maybe if I switch it around, what are some stuff in the Nutra space that you guys try and stay away from, because it's just not a good investment of your time or money?
Is that a question for me?
Whoever wants to take it, or we could just pass. That's acceptable too.
I think there's a lot of bad advice out there. I think what was something that this kind of makes me think of is I like to relate our industry to dog years. If you've been around for 3 months, it's like working a year anywhere else. So consequently, bad advice is, hey, in 2016, I was doing this. Like, that's irrelevant today. It's irrelevant to say in June 2019, I was doing this. Like anything, and it's a perfect example of COVID. We would have never been selling, immunity pills like this in December of 2019. That's 4.5 months ago, right? So I think that relevant advice is always the most recent.
I love that answer. Let's do one more question for each of you, and then we'll get you out of here. I know you guys are both very busy men. Tyler, favorite achievement in life so far, or maybe one of them, whether it's personal or professional, just something that you're super proud of.
I would definitely say the success of Smash Loud. Every day I wake up, it's it's refreshing to know that I'm my own business owner, and I set my day, and you know, it's given me financial freedom to do really whatever I want. Yeah, it's just it's real exciting to see where we've come and where we're going to go, and it drives me every day to be fortunate enough to have something that you know, especially over the years that it had taken me to actually make the step to be my own business owner.
Jeff, same question. Favorite achievement so far?
I think I agree with Tyler in the sense of I found someone who was willing to take a big risk with me. We both left high-paying jobs to start this. There was no guarantee. I think when we finally did the numbers, it was beginning of year 4 where we decided we had kind of hit our break-even point. So virtually it took us, you know, 3.5 to 4 years to get to the point where we were making the kind of money that we would have made had we just stayed working for someone else, which is not to say it's a bad thing. Not everybody needs to do what we did. But one of the things that I enjoyed is that I left my corporate job so I could have a better work-life balance. And while I didn't make as much money at first, the happiness that I had in my life was what I wanted. So I would say that's been my biggest accomplishment, was risking failure to attain the better work-life balance that I wanted. And I was able to achieve that.
Tyler and Jeff, you guys have been fantastic guests on the Affiliate Marketing Show. I'd love to have both of you back anytime. Before we let you get out of here, we're going to play a little game I like to call the OfferVault Hot Seat. Here's how it works. We're going to ask you a series of 5 would you rather questions, and we'll have both of you answer the same question, because why would it be fun for only one person to answer it? Any questions before we get started in the OfferVault Hot Seat?
This is a good game.
It's just a one answer thing, or?
Yeah. Would you rather do this or that? Or would you rather have this or that? You'll pick it up.
Do we have to justify our answers?
We'll see. We'll base it off the answer, all right? All right. Let's start with Tyler, and then we'll go to Jeff, and then we'll just kind of flip-flop going forward. Question 1. Would you rather have bad breath or smelly feet? Tyler.
I have smelly feet, so.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's easy.
So you would rather have smelly feet?
Yes.
Okay. Jeff?
As I don't have a foot fetish, I 100% would go with smelly feet. I can hide those much easier than bad breath.
That's what I was thinking too. It's very, very easy to hide the feet more than the breath. All right, question 2. Jeff, we'll start with you. Would you rather fight 1,000 ant-sized bulls or 1 bull-sized ant?
Sorry, I'm trying to press 1.
Yeah, 1,000. So there's 1,000
So like
bulls.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and it's a huge ant.
Yeah,
or,
so 1 ant, the size of a bull, or 1,000 bulls,
one ant, the big
size
ant.
of ants. The big ant?
Big ant.
Dude, that is crazy. All right, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm opposite of that. I 1,000 little ants sounds horrible.
Well, it's 1,000 little bulls.
Yeah, 1,000 little bulls, sorry.
Really? I would just smash the shit out of the bulls. The ant, the size of a bull, like chompers, they come to your neck, dude.
You have 2 feet. And
That's like a nightmare.
That's
like,
as much as you can do.
Crawling all over you. Yeah.
All right, we're going to go back to Tyler. Question 3. Would you rather live forever with an eyelash in your eye or a piece of spinach in your teeth?
Oh,
Spinach in my teeth.
Yeah, I'm as bad as that would be.
I choose eye.
Oh, wow. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, like, at first I was like, oh, it's just a visual. But then I was like, wait, if you can feel it in between the teeth, that's rough too. You're like,
But fun fact about me, I carry a toothpick with me everywhere I go because I get food stuck in my teeth, and it is the biggest pet peeve I have of myself.
you got those little secret gaps.
I mean, I do. Thank goodness for plastic toothpicks because they're all over the place. I have them everywhere.
So you're taking the eyelash in the eye, Tyler, you're
Eyelash.
taking the spinach in the teeth.
Yep.
I love this. This is great. You guys aren't agreeing. This is perfect. All right.
Told you we were different.
Yeah, you guys are nothing alike. Question 4, we'll go to Jeff on this one first. Would you rather lose the ability to use GPS for the rest of your life or lose the ability to use a credit card for the rest of your life?
Does credit card mean, can I do like Apple Pay?
Yes, I'll give you that.
Then I want my GPS. I'll get rid of credit cards. Hopefully they're a thing of the past here in the next 10 years anyway.
Tyler?
I don't need GPS. I delivered pies in college back in the day when you didn't even have a cell phone. So
You got that knowledge inside.
The dresses just make sense for me. So
right.
get rid of that.
That's an acceptable answer. Let's go to the last.
You just completely just oppose me on every one of these, Tyler.
I think you guys agreed on the feet. You agreed on the feet. And that was about it. All right, let's go to question 5, the last question of the OfferVault hot seat. Thanks again for being here. Would you rather lose both thumbs or have a headache every day for the rest of your life? Tyler, you're up.
I would rather lose both thumbs. I can't stand a headache.
Oh man.
Oh, CrossFit guy over here.
Yeah, that's just I'm thinking of all the things I have to give up. I mean, maybe I could join like the paraplegic. Yeah, would I qualify for that? That's intriguing. That's a good one. Can I lose one thumb? I have to lose both thumbs.
Both thumbs, or you get a headache for the rest of your life every day. It's one or the other.
Initially I wanted to say thumbs, but I think I'm going to backtrack. I'm gonna say headache.
I think I'm with you. I'm going headache. So once again, you guys disagreed. You are nothing alike. You definitely proved that to be true. Once again, thank you for being on the Affiliate Marketing Show. Before we let you go, I don't know if one of you or both of you wants to take this, but I want to give you the stage for any final statements you want our affiliate audience to know about Smash Loud. So either both or one of you guys can decide.
Tyler, you're the boss. You do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an SEO or PPC pub, I mean, that's kind of our bread and butter, and do Nutra. We're definitely the network for you.
Very quick and to the point. I love it. For Tyler from Smash Loud, for Jeff also from Smash Loud, and for myself, Josh from OfferVault, let's make that paper. Let's make that dough. This was the Affiliate Marketing Show. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Thanks.
See ya.